You are in the tour of Hadestown.
That's right.
Which is really cool as a fate
Yes.
in the show, which is, if you haven't seen the show, it's an incredible role, very demanding role.
Demanding.
And,
I'm in the basement for the very first time, which feels great. A
really
show that was
cool.
written for the low-voiced baddies. So yeah, it's been a true dream.
Yeah.
Dream come true.
How's the experience overall been for, with this story specifically and the tour?
Sure. Well, I'll start off by saying it's been a long journey even before booking the show. Like I auditioned 7 times for it.
Wow.
And I booked
that.
it on the 7th time. And yeah, I was just talking to my assistant Jasmine. I was like, wow, that that alone just speaks to the persistence, because it's very easy to get in there and be like, y'all calling me in again, like what is the point?
Yeah.
But after booking and hearing from the producers themselves, like, we've been waiting for the day for it to finally align, and like the different roles that I'd been up for, because they knew I was a part of like my spirit and like the work that I do as an organizer, and as it's very much a movement piece, and thinking about our confidence to move past our doubt to build power for ourselves and for the collective. And so the fact that I've been able to get that affirmation from creatives, from everybody that I've auditioned for however many times, to be like, it's only been a matter of like finding the right role for you. We always knew that you were going to be a fate, but it just wasn't open yet, so just a testament to knowing that your time is going to be your time. And it was quick and fast right after that, because it was 5 weeks of rehearsal in New York, or 3 weeks of rehearsal in New York.
3 weeks, wow.
2 weeks on the road to like get costumes fitted and start learning from the folks that were out there, put in rehearsal, all in 5 weeks. And then we opened in LA on October 4th, which was like truly a dream. Like the fact that that timing, I love the West Coast very much. A lot of people think that I'm from there, and then I'm like, I'm actually from Wash Heights. What are you trying to say? The New Yorker in me is like, what the
like,
but also
back up. Don't say that again.
Exactly. But also, like, I know that bi-coastal life is probably what's going to end up happening between the now newly opened up. I have thoughts about the SAG-AFTRA strike, but we'll talk about that. I'm sure.
Yes, we are going to talk about that. Yes,
if we do.
Yes, we will.
But so like TV, film, voiceover, things that I know I'll do on the West Coast versus like the theatrical,
of course, the theater
needs, and Climber Space now too on the since we're based in New York City. So
it's amazing.
All that to say is I'm excited to be here, and it's been an exciting time to be on the tour.
I will say that to have the, like you said, persistence and the confidence, and also the stamina to do an audition 7 times. That is brutal. Most people do once and quit acting altogether because of how centered it is on your personality and who you are. People have a hard time, one of the hardest parts about being an actor is separating a rejection from, a statement on your personality or who you are as a person. So I commend you for 7 times, and you're in it now, and you're doing it, and I'm sure it's amazing. That's really, really cool. You talked a little bit already about the story and what it means to you, but how did you, what drew you to the story so much so that you had to be, a part of it, and like you were auditioning so many times? Like what was it that got you there?
My theater instructor from high school had told me, like, I saw the show, you're gonna be in it eventually. Like, you don't have to see it. I'm sure the tickets are expensive, but like, just know that this is gonna come around for you. And so it wasn't until after the pandemic, or not after, we're still very much in it, but when theater was opening up again with safety precautions and things like that, in 2021, that I got the first audition via self-tape. And I heard Living It Up on Top from Persephone's role, Amber Gray. Anytime I hear her in a musical, I'm like, okay, I can sing that too, because she has a gravelly, very non-musical theater traditional voice, similar to me. Because I didn't really get training in college for that. I studied computer science, fun fact.
Wow.
And so been doing the theater thing mostly like by doing cabarets with folks that I've met in the industry since the Jimmy Awards, which was really how I got my start in the theater.
The Jimmy Awards, oh my gosh, the classics. Okay,
won that in 2015.
Yes.
Just a
you did?
There, and I had no idea what they were before going in.
That's so cool.
So I like to say that they're like the Tonys for high school.
Literally, that's when you're in high school and you get out of it. People who win Jimmys also go to Broadway.
Do things.
Typically.
I mean, like Renee Rapp about to be in Mean Girls and is running this here town.
Do you know who?
Equal friends, equal, like, I love her and would like to date her. She knows that already. But
do you know who Jasmine Forsberg is?
One more time?
She's Jasmine Forsberg.
I don't
She's in
think
Six.
So. No.
She's going to Six on Broadway now. She was on the tour. She did there was another show that was like a Filipino cast. She was in that, and then
I'm like trying to think.
I forgot the name.
Was it Here Lies Love?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then she's going to Six on Broadway now. But she was also a Jimmy Awards person in Orlando. I met her back then.
Amazing.
It's always that. It's always.
It's a beautiful beautiful company of folks that are paving our own path, because there's literally no one way to be.
Exactly.
Another shout for another Jimmy alum, Jalen Josie, who's a singer-songwriter, truly gifted from the gods up above. That voice, her spirit, everything. So it's just wonderful to be part of that community and having having fellow icons amidst us, and just
it's so
paving
cool.
the way. It's really awesome.
That's amazing. I love Broadway. I love theater. I hope to one day somehow make my way back into it, but it's such a challenging space.
Say yes. And it's yes and for improv. Go
yes
ahead.
And. Yeah.
Say yes.
That's all it takes.
I hope that journey is amazing for you. And obviously here to cheer you on through that.
That's very kind of you.
Of course.
Thank you.
But that being said, I think what did you ask me about Hadestown?
Yeah. We were talking about the we were getting to the story and what makes you so what draws you to it so much.